grabbed a stupid bitch by a nappy ass neck. She started talking shit, wouldn't you know? Reached back like a pimp, slapped the hoe. My father jumped up and he started to shout, so I threw him right across, cold knocked him out. 'Cause the boys in the hood are always hard.
Yo guys, what's going on? I have a roulette battle with Captain Ridley. So, let's do this. He gets a Corsola, which is pretty funny and awesome at the same time. I've got my fortress, and I just set up some spikes, because I think that's going to be nice to have. And then I do it again, and I kind of want to save it for later, just in case, for death fodder or something. So I go into blue duck, and he predicts the switch nicely and goes for a power gem. And it's not going to do too much, so I'm just going to go for the hypnosis on the switch, and it hits a drift blim, which is awesome. So I'll go back in Ethernet, and he gets a free turn to do something, except he wakes up and he goes for Thunderbolt, and that's done. So that's a bummer. I go into Hulk Hogan now, and he just predicts a thunder, or he predicts like a, just in case it was like a Dragon Dancer, and goes for a T-Wave. But I set up a sub because I'm Boa, and that kind of puts a damper on me. But it's bad, and it's not all that bad at the same time. He goes into Suicune, and I'm paralyzed and can't move. And that's really bummer, because getting some damage on it when it came in would have been really nice. I go for Focus Punch now, because Focus Punch is a win. He goes for the Surf, because he knows he's got to do something to me. And I'm paralyzed and I can't move, so that sucks also. So the Parahex is really coming into play, and it's a really big bummer. So I go into Blue Duck again, and he goes for a Hidden Power, and it hits me pretty hard, because it was a nice prediction. And I'm just going to go for a Hypnosis, and I miss this time. That's kind of a bummer. But I'm pretty sure I can stall this Corsola, which is, you know. So I go for another Hypnosis, and it hits this time, which is awesome. And now I can predict the switch and go for a Focus Punch. So I start doing that, and he brings in an Infernape, and I go for Focus Punch, punch him in the napes, and it almost kills him. And you know, you might be wondering, how is everybody not taking damage from the sand? Because of Cloud9. I Aqua Jet the Infernape, and he's like dumbfounded by this fucking duck, because it's awesome. He brings in his thingy again, and I set up a substitute, hoping that he won't be able to break it. He goes for a Power Gem, and he does break it. So, what I need is, I need this thing not to stay in, so I go for Hypnosis. And it puts it to sleep. I'm getting pretty lucky with the Hypnosis, you know, which is nice. You know, that never really happens. I just go for the Focus Punch. No need to set up a sub here, and he brings in a Tangrowth, and I'm glad I didn't set up a sub, because I, you know, wouldn't want to stay in really anyways. So I'm hoping it's, you know, that standard seeding, sleep seeding one. So I set up a sub to block the sleep. He goes for right for Giga Drain, and I'm like, oh. So that's sad, and now I have to switch because I can't do anything to Tangrowth. So now nope, I don't switch because I'm ballsy, and I go for Hypnosis. I'm not breaking Sleep Claws because his Corsola has Natural Cure or whatever. So I go for the sleep, and then I go into Porygon Z, who is just awesome. And I decide to fire off a Tri-Attack because I figure it's going to hurt anything. But he goes back into Corsola, and it's just like, ugh, it does nothing. Because Rock type, and because the sand is up, so I'm just like, oh no. Like, really? Did I just really help out his team that much? Corsola's really becoming a problem. I bring in Tyranitar. He takes the Surf pretty well, which I like. He's going to go for a Surf again, and I'm going to go for the sub, hoping that I can live with just enough, and I don't. But pretty close, but not really close enough. So I go for Focus Punch just for funsies, and he takes out my Tyranitar. I didn't have T-Bolt, so that's why I didn't do that. It was Ice Beam and Flamethrower and no. It was Dark Pulse, Flamethrower, and Focus Punch sub. So I bring in this guy and I go right for the Thunderbolt. It gets Parahacks on the Blimp, and I see that it's not a 2-hit KO, so I need to run away. So I go to Blue Duck, and he goes for the Explosion. And I almost was so close going into Gengar, which is who I'm going to bring in next. And it makes me sad, because it would have been an awesome thing to do. So he brings in the Suicune, and I'm just like, Thunderbolt, sucker. And I Thunderbolt it, and it does quite a bit of damage because I'm Life Orbed. And he goes for Tailwind, and that sucks. It sucks so bad. Because now I could have, if I had switched this around, I could have gone into Blue Duck, and Blue Duck would have taken the Surf, and you know how that goes. He crits by the Gengar, which probably didn't really matter. He's living in the sand, which makes me sad. I go into Starmie, who's gonna fuck me again because he's not offensive. Every time I get a roulette, it gets the stupid defensive Starmie, and I don't even know why I have it anymore. I hate it. It's not like it takes hits very well, and it doesn't put out enough damage, so it's just there. I go for Surf, and like hoping that Sandstorm doesn't boost his defenses enough to live one. It does, and he goes for Head Smash, and he kills the Starmie. So Sandstorm's just like ruining my team, and now I go into Porygon Z because he's got some unfinished business. I go for HP Fighting because Tangrowth resists the Thunderbolt, and I need to hurt Corsola, and so it's Porygon Z locked in the HP Fighting against Corsola and Tangrowth, and I'm trying to win. I don't KO it. I get it in the red, and he goes for Rest, and it makes me sad. So now I'm going to go for Hidden Power Fire as he brings in his Tangrowth. And I hit it. And it does a pretty okay amount. Not really as much as I wish it had. And I go for Hidden Power Fighting again. And oh my goodness, it takes it out. Thank goodness. Oh my gosh. So now it's me versus Corsola, and it's just like, who's going to win? Oh my god, oh my god. So I go for Hidden Power Fighting. Hidden Power Fighting, it does like half, but that's with the spikes damage. I'm fucked. He does Surf, and he does so much damage, and then the sand hits me, and I live with 1 HP. And then I go for Hidden Power Fighting, and I'm like, come on, crit, nope. So, good game, Captain Ridley. Rate, comment, sub him for sure. You'll love it. I guarantee it. Just go do it. Trust me. I love him. He'll have his side posted, I think, today. So, yeah. Go check it out. Adios, folks.